I love you like a hole in the head, my child. I look like crap today, and I don't care. Shh. Oh. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm back. Barely. But I'm somewhat alive. If you want a tarot reading, you know the rules. Hey, how you doing, honey? If you want a question asked, ask your question. If you want a general reading, just say general. Either way, it's one card. If you want anything more, then you'll have to pay me on my Venmo. What's your current feeling for me? Why is current feeling for me? Let's find out. What is wise current feelings? Hey, dear. Right now, they're contemplating about you. They don't really know how they feel, but I feel like they got family in their ear or someone that they would consider family talking to them. So it's kind of blurring the lines on how they actually feel for you. Hey, Shell. Do you have a question or do you want a general reading, dear? Haven't been on for a couple days. Wasn't really feeling up to par. Still not feeling up to par, but figured I'd get on here and see you guys today at least. Is there any action a plan is making when it comes to me? Give me a second. I want to try to get some more context to it. Apparently, there's no more context to be had. So what I'm getting is right now they're trying to think of a plan, and they haven't took the action of the plan because whatever they're trying to get ready, they're trying to make sure that it goes well. So hopefully that answers your question. Will you get the government job in 2021? As long as you keep your eye on the prize and you actually focus towards it, you're going to be able to achieve your dreams. So if that is actually part of your dreams, you'll be able to actually achieve it. Just embrace the process. And that was for Pandy, which, hey, child of mine, I need my paper so I can write down the names of the people that come in so that way add them for the drawing. By the way, for anybody who's getting a reading, if you get a paid reading, you get more entries into it. But if you get just one of these, you get one entry a day for our December drawing. But if you actually get a paid reading, depending on what type of reading that you get or what you pay for, determines how many entries you'll get for it. The more entries you have, the better off it is. And tonight we're actually going to be putting the names into a jar that I've accumulated over the last couple weeks. What type of plan? That, my dear, I do not know. These are one card readings. Dear Lord. That's how my last couple days have been. That would take me to actually do an in-depth reading, which I charge for. So either you can come back and you can keep on asking until you figure it out. That's all I really got for you. Do not know you. Yeah, because these are just like one card readings. Anything more than that, you'll either have to come back the next day and the next day until you get a full reading, or you can pay for a full reading and have it all in one day. It just saves time for me, so I won't be so overwhelmed, because it does take energy to channel not only what's going on around you, but what's influencing you. If your ancestors or guides or angels are trying to say anything. Womanizer, womanizer, oh, 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 oh. Womanizer, womanizer, womanizer. Apparently, music, there's a lesson to be learned. It's just up to you on whether you want to accept what you know at face value. You know, some of us get to the point where we think maybe it won't happen to us, maybe it'll change. But it seems like there's a lesson for you to learn, which tells me that you're not listening to those around you or things that you've heard. So I would just do whatever you are planning to do, because no matter which way you go, you're going to learn something from it. All right, blah. Do you want a question or do you want a general reading? Either way, it's one card draw. If you subscribe, oh, by the way, you have to be subscribed to get a reading. And if you've already got a reading, I appreciate it if you subscribe. It just helps me for this channel. What's your question, dear? Can I go to? I subscribed. Can I go to? What do you mean, can I go to?
Yes.
Not as far as I know. Will I be able to reserve horse in Harrow B West? I feel like what you love at this time is out of your reach. I know what you meant, honey. I seen it. So I don't think it's going to happen this time, but I think that something else is going to open up. You need to start looking around, because I feel like there's a better opportunity out there for you than what you're trying for. Ask my question. You said, is Harry a womanizer? Is he physically with someone else? Well, I answered, if you actually break down your question, it's two questions rolled up into one. So what is a womanizer? Is he a womanizer would be one. And is he physically with someone else would be two. So I answered one of them for you. If you want me to answer anything more, you're going to have to pay, baby. You're very welcome, blah. Now, if you just want to ask another question, it'll be $3. If you want a full reading, depends on the time. Or you can come back tomorrow and ask your second part of that question, which is he physical with someone else? The connection cut off. All right. Your question you asked, is Harry a womanizer or is he physical with someone else? I said for your first question, is he a womanizer? You already know what you've heard and you've kind of got the gut feeling of what that answer is going to be. So seek the answer within is the card that you got. And as far as the other part of the question, you either wait till tomorrow to answer that one or, yeah, or pay for a reading. Let's see if I can find the card that actually popped up. That way you can actually see the card. There's a lesson to be learned. That's the card you got. Oh no. I don't know what to tell you. Either redo your connection, do a playback. I've said it twice. You asked me 2 questions in one whole sentence. 1, was he a womanizer? And 2, was he physical with somebody? The first one was the womanizer, which is your one question of the day. If you want more than one, you're going to have to pay. And no, I cannot type it right now. I've currently got cards in my hand. I'm doing good, dear. How you doing? Let me go ahead and write your name down so that way I don't forget. Do you got a question for today, or you looking to see what generals, whatever comes up in the cards, or do you plan to book a reading today, baby? Suffering from upper stomach pain for the last 32 years. So they didn't find anything like, let's see what we got. So they didn't find anything like a ulcer, anything like that? Have they tried to look at her back? Like a little bit underneath the shoulder blade. On the right side. That's what I would go for and get checked. Because the feeling that I get is it's underneath, it's on the right side, underneath the shoulder blade, where the spine connects, that first piece, whatever vertebrae it may be. I would get someone to actually look at her back. Because ultrasounds and stuff like that ain't going to do nothing for the front. If you're not finding anything on the front, it's got to be the back. And the way that I'm getting it is it's right by the right shoulder blade, underneath where it would be whatever vertebrae that is. It's somewhere in there. Like it's not, I don't want to call it a slip disc, but it's off a little bit. So I would definitely get that checked. And that bile duct. Go have her back checked out. That's my advice, baby. Right around the area. And I would choose someone who may be different than the ones that you've been going to, if possible. I don't know what your area looks like as far as what you can travel, but I would go at least 50 miles or so away from your area if you can, to get someone who's a little bit more I just feel like there's some type of bias. It should have been something that could have easily been handled years ago. And it was just dealing with people who didn't take it as serious. So whatever direction you were heading in to take her to go get checked out, go the opposite direction and look for somebody. Which I'm not a medical professional, but that's what I'm getting. Because something just doesn't seem right to be that in that much pain for that long. And then as I'm trying to focus in, I'm feeling it somewhere in the back. Keep me updated though. You also got to think, even when we consult the best of the best, sometimes they'll miss things that are the smallest slight. I would have them checking their back. I really would. Because, I mean, medically, I don't think it's on her back. It's near the spine in her back, towards the right side. Past the shoulder blades, that's what I'm picking up on. Something in that area is messing with her. And with her being in so much pain, she probably wouldn't even know it. The only negativity I get is feeling like a bothersome. Feeling like they can't do nothing. Feeling like whatever they're saying, it's all around her. It's more of a, you know, how do you put it? It's like for the longest time, if people seen or said they seen spirits, they were classified as crazy because there's no logical explanation. You can't see it. I can't see it, but they can see it. And the same thing goes with the body. You know, the only reason that we're where we are today is because of the experiments that someone did long ago or someone agreed to do. I don't really think it's so much of a spirit problem as it is more. Imagine being locked up for years. And before you were locked up in this dark room, you were able to see people, you were able to talk to people and communicate. And then for 30 years, you've been told no one wants to see you, no one wants to talk to you, no one cares about your problems. It's the same thing. It's not demons. I don't think it's demons. I think it's just negativity that's built up over time. And it'll continue to build up until a resolution comes. Well, here's a question. Before all this happened, and what happened to her that set off this chain of events? That's my question to you. Way back then, what happened that started off this chain of events? Was it just random? Did she happen to do something to her back and then something happened? Because I can only go on with what I see and I feel and I'm shown in the cards. And by one card, it's just basically main reason is my dad. Well, that could be a multitude of problems, but to cause such physical pain, not unless it was something psychological, but I don't know. Give me 1 second. Hey, Alex. Nicole. Come on. Here's what I want you to do. Get a trap and put it on each side of that fridge. Please share.
These are the last 3 traps.
Cut one in half and put one on each side, like I said. Here. Right. This would be one of those things that I'd really have to deep dive in, and I'm not going to be able to do that on One Card Baby. Hey T, how are you doing? Do you got a question or do you got... Did you make it to where if it runs into it? If not, you need to. I'm doing good for the most part. Kind of drained. All right, what's your question, dear? Remember, it's a 1 card draw. What about the other side?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, because it's... Yeah.
All right. Nope. I feel like you know who it is. It was someone that you always make excuses for. As to why they are the way they are. That's where you're going to find your answer. Yep. Jealousy and watching other people not do better than what they're doing would be some of the main reason. I feel like they're the type that as long as they're not as bad as those around them, they feel like they're above them. That's the feeling I get. But it's up to you to decide on what you want to do. Do you continue to take up or do you let it go? Yes, my dear, that is my personal opinion. As far as the rest of the stuff that you're asking, that's an in-depth reading. I can't. That would be me sitting here and doing an hour reading. And that's not me just trying to get you to pay for reading. That's me just being honest. Just from what you said and what I've got, there's too much shit to do in this live. That's why, unless somebody's paying me, I don't do in-depth readings on live. One, it takes time away from everybody else. And two, you know, that's too much energy to put forth to get that much information. Because you're talking about possession, you're talking about demonic forces, you're talking about family issues. That's a fucking reading, baby. You're not even going to get that on one card pulls. You may get a snippet, a little sneak peek, but it ain't going to answer all your questions and more. So, I mean, take what I've given you and run with it. If you want a session, all you got to do is reach out to me in a message, either on Instagram, Facebook. Those would be your best bets. Or you can reach me at my email, which is right there. And that's just, and part of it is the reason I don't do deep dive readings. Like, it was one thing a couple nights ago when I can't think of her name, asked me to do some questions on live. That's not too bad. But when you get into the situation like you're in, that's a whole fucking ball game. You don't want everybody who's in this live or who's going to be after this live seeing your family issues. You just don't want that out there. Not because there's anything bad about it. It's just that's personal for you and your family. And you can tell that you have a lot of love for your mom. You have a lot of care for her. And there's just a lot of going on. And that's your story. That's why when I do readings, there's two things I don't do. I don't disclose anybody's information that comes out in a reading. And when it comes to readings like this, I try to make sure that it's privately done. That way you get the respect and so does your family. By the way, Ascending Butterfly, I sent you a message on Instagram. I seen it over the weekend. It just took me a couple days to see it. So I did send you a message back. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Hey, Brownie. Let's see. Give me 1 second, baby. I will, dear. I won't be able to do it while I'm on this live, but after I get off the live, I will jump in my email and Brownie, I feel like the person that you're seeing is a reflection of what you want to see. It's like having a veil over your head. I know that's probably not the greatest analogy, but a veil over your eyes, not your head. Oh, it's been a day. I feel like they have the key points that you're looking for, which makes them seem like they're idealistically the one, but I would really give it more time. I would at least give it another year because I feel like there's an illusion that they can't keep up for that long. Well, I'm glad that you've seen it. I didn't know if you were able to or not, or and I was kind of hoping that you actually came here on live, Butterfly, just so I could tell you. You're very welcome, Brownie. Teak, I think that's how you say your name. If not, I'm sorry. Taika, maybe? I feel like that sounds better. But yeah, I get it. The whole pick a draw and all that. It does get annoying because, it's a simplified version of a reading. It's not going to give you a timeline, what to look out for, what it is, but it gives you a sneak peek into what's going on. Now, whether you not recognize it because there's not enough context, it happens. I mean, I can only do so much from the one card pools. As far as deep readings, I can do them. I just don't do them for free. Because when I was doing that, if you've watched the lives, which I feel like you've been in here a few times, either that or I'm mistaking you for somebody else. But if not, if I did full readings, it would take me at least 6 hours to get through everybody. And by that time, I wouldn't be waking up till noon, and I got to homeschool 2 girls. So it sounds nice to do. Sometimes I do free readings, but it's very rare. Just for the energy I get off of it. Imagine it's like, this is how it is for me when I do deep dive readings where I'm actually sitting down and I'm focusing surely on that person. It's not that I don't do that with the one card pulls, because I do. If you watch, I'll zone out and look at your name the whole time and pick up the energy that I get from it. But when I do a full reading, one, I don't got 50 other people in here with their energy as well. Well, which right now I don't got 50 people, but you get what I'm saying. Also, two, I set up time to where I'm not distracted by kids or, people calling my phone, like my husband being at work and stuff like that. And also, when it comes to your personal readings, it's personal. I'm not going to deep dive and give everyone's personal information that may have been something that happened 6 years ago on a live. I just don't do it. To me, it seems like an invasion of privacy. So that's why I do the pick one card readings here. Occasionally I'll be in a good mood or have extra energy and do a follow-up. But if it's not something you're interested, book a reading. If you don't like me, I can suggest other readers to you that I know. Some of them I've never met, but the energy and the conversations I got off of them, I'd be more than happy to direct you to. Well, it's not a pick a card for the world. When you ask me a question, or if I say, hey, do you want a general reading? It's a general reading for you. It's a pick a card for you. You just got to figure out where it goes. I mean, I try to go through them quickly, and I know there's other people on here that I just want to kind of explain, because eventually I do need to make a video about it. Because if you look around the internet, there's a lot of people that do the pick card readings. Now, most people do it to gain a lot of money. I don't get a lot of money from my readings. I don't overcharge like $200 for an hour reading. That's just stupid. And I'm like other people, you know what I mean? I got bills to pay. Why am I going to charge somebody something for something that I've been gifted? Card videos where you pick a crystal. Now, look, I know what ones you're talking about, and I've done that. Whenever I want a reading for myself, I've used those videos. There's one guy, though, that I really connect with. I'm going to have to remember his name, but he goes off of the Greek alphabet for you to pick his cards. I really like him. Now, there's some girls that use the sex cards or the living fairy deck or the goddess deck, and I don't really feel connected with him. It feels more like a parlor trick at that point. But I do need to make a video kind of telling the ins and outs of what pick a card is and how it differentiates between each reader. Hey Zaza, I see you have a general reading, baby. And here, let me do this because I was doodling earlier. I'll make a reading list. I got Zaza, Big Mama. Hey, Big Mama. I didn't get to look at your live this weekend. I think nope, you weren't the live one. Never mind. I was thinking of somebody else. And Dr. Viger. I don't know if I said that right. If I didn't, I do apologize. And hello to you as well. I feel like you were before Big Mama. Were you? You were. You're right after Zaza, so I need to put that in there. Hey Zaza, do you want a general reading question as far as like general reading of your life? Or do you want to ask a question? Lady Doc here. Ooh la la. General. Call 1-800 General now. Oh shit. Seems Zaza, you're going through some wealth issues. You're dealing with some financial troubles. I feel like it just came on in like the last week or two. Either it's from the job, but I don't know if it's really from the job. I feel like it's something that was either family related or health related that kind of led to a decline in your cash flow. Hopefully that works out for you though. Oh crap. Hold on. The world, ruin, sorrow, and worry. So it looks like the financial troubles that you're having is actually leading to depression. Or is heading that way. Either way, take a deep breath. Things eventually all work themselves out. That was for you, Zaza. Anytime someone gets extra cards popped out, that's when they do get extra cards because that's the universe saying, hey, that's not me. To my lady doctor. Oh, shit. Okay, you give me if you want a general or if you actually want a question, and then I'll tell you what popped out for you. Spirit advice. Well, yeah, 3 pop out for you. We got the Moon, 2 of Swords, which is where you're currently at, and Pleasure. That explains it. Well, it seems like you're getting more peace now. Hey, MC. But I feel like it was a general understanding. I think there were some parts of trying to split things is where the issue was. But the separation, I feel like, was a mutual agreement. But the way it's going to end in your benefit. It seems like you've got something going on for you already, so take your frustration out there. If not, you're getting it soon. But it's going to end up in your favor, like you're getting more than what you expect within the next couple weeks. And Big Mama, do you want a general or a reading? A general or a pick a card? And you're welcome, Lady Doc. MC even added to the list. You are after Big Mama. Just a general. Okay. Did you just recently X someone out of your life? then you're going to. The reason I say that is because you got death and indulgence in reverse. Indulgence in reverse means that what you want to indulge in is not what you need to indulge in. But in the future, month, 2 from now, I'm saying 2 months, I feel like there's going to be arrangement of what's good for the goose is good for the gander kind of thing, where it's not going to be about love. It's going to be more about physical than anything else. So, sorry. Sucks. Take it as what it is, though. Just because something feels right doesn't mean it's always right in the way that we think. It's the difference between lust and love. I need the fucking golden goose girl. I know how you feel. Telling you, this is just a preview of what the weekend looked like. I was a hot mess. I was not feeling good. By the way, anyone who comes in, you get 1 card reading. You do have to be subscribed. At least that's what I ask. It helps me in the channel. I'm trying to build this channel to where I can actually start doing more with it. If for anybody who actually follows the content we put on this channel and not just the readings we do here, I didn't even put out a video. I still got it on my computer. I just haven't put it out, and I'm not going to do it till next week. It'll give me a backlog, though. For all of you who are more of a pagan aspect, I do have a question for you. What kind of videos would you like to see more on our channel? Like, I've got a few planned. The one for Hecate that was supposed to be this week. I might end up doing a 2-fer next week. Who knows? We'll see how it goes, but I'm going to do the one for Hecate, which is a summoning from the Goetic. Then there's going to be one on spirits and probably communication, different ways you can communicate. And there's a few others that I don't want to talk about. I just don't got them written down to where I can actually tell you guys about them. Because I do work with more than just Hecate and Hades. I will be adding some more videos on other deities as well I work with, which I'm thinking about doing a video on Aphrodite. So I might end up releasing a video in November on Aphrodite. And then in December, Odin. I can't remember if I made one on Odin yet or not. But if I haven't, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm also thinking about doing one on different divination you can do. Because we all know about bone readings or tea readings, palm readings, tarot readings, rune readings. But there's a lot of different styles of readings you don't hear about. So I'm going to deep dive into that and maybe make a series out of that as well. I just don't know if it's something people would be interested in seeing. For anyone who needs a reading, all you got to do is just let me know. I'm rambling on at this moment. I hate these. Like these little flyaways that have no other existence than to be annoying. They irritate me. They displease me. I have a question, please. Hey, I do have you down, MC. Thank you for letting me finish my ramble. What would your question be, my dear? Which Zaza Hey, Lola. Well, I get together with a person on my mind since I know I only know them online. How to meet them in person is soulmate. If yeah, same or not. I do spell and protection work. If you're curious about, like, are you looking for somebody to do something for you, or are you looking to learn more about it, or just have a question? Either way. Um. Hmm. I'm doing good, Lola. Someone to do. Yeah, just give me a second and we'll talk about that. If you don't want to talk about it on here, privacy and all, you can just message me on Instagram. I promise I'm going to get back to you this time. For you, MC, see, I got you. It's the Prince of Wands in reverse. So right now you're kind of on edge, so to speak. And we've got her, the Queen of Swords. So I feel like she's more calculated than you. And it doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but I feel like she's a little bit more calculated on the things that she does. But are you both kind of like more lenient towards the scientific or logical explanations? I feel like that's where you connect, or maybe that's where you guys kind of started talking and had something to either do with science or something around that area. But I feel like you guys are opposites, but opposites attract. Doesn't mean that they don't have similarities. It just means you're not exactly the same, which is not a bad thing. So I think it would work out depending on how you take each other in a normal setting. Nah, only I am like that. You're only like what? Scientifically? But did you guys have a discussion on it? It might have been about you. Who fucking knows? But I feel like that was a starter point. Or at least something that you guys have discussed that kind of got the ball rolling. Maybe it's time you do. I don't know. Maybe that was just it telling me a little bit about you, but science is finicky. But then again, you can look at it as science and chemistry and how it really works with the both of you. So, I mean, it could be a chemistry of both. Because that is technically one of the sciences. So, I mean, yeah. See, that's why general readings kind of blow sometimes, because there's so many meanings for so many different things. I'm looking for someone to do it. Okay, I will message you on Instagram. Thank you. Have a great day. You too as well, dear. Let me make sure. Try to do everything through email, but you know, sometimes you got to do it through other social medias. Sorry, I'm making sure of my stuff. But anybody got any questions or anything, just let me know. Gosh darn it. That's how the day has been. You're welcome, hon. I don't know if it's really everything that you were seeking to find, but I do feel like. Okay, so it actually shows that she's seen it. She just didn't. It don't really matter. Are you still wanting a reading or no? That way I know, like, when I message people and they don't message me back, it kind of makes me go, like, what are we doing? For a while. But yeah, if you want to email me, this is the best email to actually reach me at. It just makes it more formal. That's all it does. It helps me keep track of it. Which I probably should put I don't even know if you get the option on Instagram to put a email in. You might. If we do, I'll see if I got it on there. Let's see. Sorry, I know this isn't really the most exciting for everyone else, but I guess I could if I switch to a professional account, but I really don't want to switch to a professional. That's a bad thing. Like on some social media, I really do want to post like our email and all the information, but then we get those lovely individuals who want to spam my whole email forever, and it drives me nuts. Anyone coming in, you do get a 1-card reading. You do have to be subscribed. That's all I ask. If you want anything more than that, you can book me for a reading for a more in-depth type of reading, but yeah. And you're welcome, Butterfly. Hey, Future. How have you been? Feels like time slowed down today. What kind of question do you got, my dear? What are their feelings towards me? Mackenzie. Ain't that an interesting little name? And a Gemini. Oh, goody. Okay, that was simple. Have you asked this question to me before? Because I feel like every time I get you, I get the Prince of Swords. Let's try that again because I don't know which way it landed and I don't want to receive. I feel like this is someone that you keep on trying and trying with, but it just doesn't ever work out. It's like, how much more can you put out there? Like, hey, I like you, pick up a clue, or tell me to go screw off. It's kind of one of those things. And normally when people have that kind of interpretation, they're not that dense. So that's your clue. So that's what I would kind of take it as. Let the waters lay still. Let them come to you. Don't put too much into it. And if they're the type of person I think they are, they'll come running. You're welcome, dear. Can I know if I'm going to meet someone anytime soon? You have met someone. You met all of us, Lola. We fuel your heart and your desires with every reading we do. Truce. Old flame coming back up. Sounds to me like you're going to have someone from the past try to rekindle. You're welcome. I didn't say you had to accept it. I just said it's coming your way. They were a good fuck. That's about it. Hey, Jada. Yeah, for sure. Oh, shit. Damn it, Jada. You've had an interesting couple days. How'd that date go? Because the way it looks, it went pretty well. Or maybe that's one to come. Who knows? Well, the reason I say that is because I had 4 cards pop up. One was the past. We ain't worried about her. But I've got the 3 of Cups, which signifies love, the universe, and then luxury. So that either means that you found someone that's giving you the things that you want in all aspects, or it is to come. Either way, it's a pretty fucking decent reading. I mean, you're getting everything you want. Seems like the world's falling in place. But not into me. Lola, you'd be amazed what certain people will do. The ones who normally fight it the most are the ones who are normally interested the most. Or they're just not worth your time. By the way, Jada, this was for you. If I wasn't clear, sometimes I'm not clear when readings pop up. But I did say, damn it, Jada. So that should have been a clue. But it looks like things are going good. Seems like you got a lot of people who are curious about you. Oh, you're fine, Lola. Yeah, the past is the past. You either do it, get something out of it, or you tell it to go fly a kite. I mean, I would at least tap it once and then tell it to go fly a kite. Because, I mean, if the D was good, you might as well get a hit in before you just kind of kick it to the side. Jada, my dear, are you still with us? Feel like I'm doing a seance fucking life. Oh God, it's like sadist and seance put together, which that would make an interesting night. Oh God, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I might be okay. I don't know if I'm going to be okay, but I keep telling myself I'm going to be okay. Seance. Yeah, instead of saying seance, I said seance. I don't know. I can't reproduce the fuckery, but it was there. Is that like a chant? Apparently so. Ooh, speaking of weird things, by the way, Jada, you got some good things coming. I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you want to ask a question, you can, but that's what I get. You got a lot of good things coming your way, baby. But I'm going to tell you guys this dream. Now, this is the part of the portion where you guys get to hear my fuckery. And I don't really know what it means, but I know that it's really got me thinking. Okay, so a couple nights ago, it's probably like Saturday somewhere in there. That's my couple nights, right? And I had this dream that I was in Japan in this glass building that had glass floors. And on every floor, there were beds. And the next thing I know, the building shifts one way and then completely collapses towards the other way. And instead of it completely collapsing, everyone got slammed into the glass. And then I watch as I fall from the glass that was a floor breaking. And as I'm falling, all I can say to myself is, I don't want to die. And the next thing I notice is, give me a second. Okay. The next thing I notice is I hear this woman chanting something. And after I hear the chanting, I start chanting the words because I can understand it. And it was like I was falling and I went from a fall to a slow float and I landed on my feet. I remember seeing this woman. She had hair about down to here, beaded up, braided. She was probably like 35, maybe early 40s, and she was a black woman. And I remember telling her, did you do that? She's like, yeah, you asked for help. And she's like, I heard you crying. I came to you. Literally, I've been thinking about that since it happened. Because you know those dreams where you see someone in it and you have a conversation and it really sticks with you? Something is going to what in my life? I want to say hang or change. Maybe change. See, that's what I was looking up, but it was just so weird. Like that woman stuck with me. I was even like, have I met anyone that's like that? Have I done any readings for anyone that's like that? Mm-mm. So I'm kind of wondering if like she's a guide or a Loao or a Loa or maybe a deity that I haven't ever seen or heard of. What did she say? It was like a chant. It was a 3-word chant. And for the life of me, I can't remember it, but it was something like, let's see. Shitave, Delome, Sendame. And it was the same thing over and over. Now, to be exact, I don't know if that was exactly what she said, but it was around those same words. It was very odd. And I just kept on hearing it being repeated. And it wasn't even like screamed, it was just like a soft voice. But she was all the way down on the ground level, and here I am, like maybe 150 feet from falling to my death. It was weird. Anyway, so that was my segment of weird ass dreams I had that have haunted me for the last couple days. And anybody in here that wants a reading, I will be more than happy. Anybody that has any clue who the fuck this woman is, I'd be more than happy. All I know is I felt really calm around her and safe. I didn't feel threatened. It felt like peace. It was weird. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a life change or something's coming. I just don't know what. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Anyway, for anybody that coming in, if you want a reading, all you got to do is ask. 1 card draw. But it was really intense, though. So I got to tell you guys this. I got a mouse in my house. And I've been trying to get this fucker for days. And it's driving me nuts and it's taunting me. That's why you'll see me occasionally look towards my other room. It's driving me nuts. It's the benefits of living across from a field. We're going to corner this little bastard. Give me a minute. What gets me is it's smart. I've watched it hide for days after I've seen it. Keep them up there.
freaking finish dinner.
Put them all in cages.
Gage,
Hey, leave that in here. Put them all in a cage now.
let's go, Gage. Mom. Go.
She's just like her dad. Couldn't finish her food, huh?
It's been sitting there for God knows how long.
Hey guys, give me like a couple hours and I'll be back. I'm gonna go mouse hunting. Wish me luck.